What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Sports After Dark, early hours. And it is early. We're tired. We just got off with y'all in Sports After Dark Twitter spaces. Don't say that this team is not a dedicated team. Damn it. We just talked to y'all all night. My boy Lou is up 6:30 West Coast. We up 9 East Coast. We's tired, okay? But we're here. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Shooter, Lou, man, it is Black Monday, the end of the 2023 NFL season. And we got a lot to discuss. Happy New Year, first and foremost, to everybody. This is the first show in the new year, so we are really excited to be here. Tons of incredible things coming your way. Before we tap in to this, look, it's already been a crazy Monday. Okay, bombs just flying like over Baghdad, as you would say, Shooter. It's just been crazy. We got to let y'all know that we appreciate y'all for liking and subscribing to the YouTube channel. If you have not, make sure that you do that. And make sure that you are following our Twitter page, Instagram page. Make sure that you are buying our merch. Make sure that you are using Ashley Baker, all caps, as the SeatGeek code. If you are in need of tickets, playoffs is coming here. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, y'all, these playoff matchups. Playoffs is around the corner. Ashley Baker, get you $20 off. If you're a new user, if you ain't a new user, like I always say, create an email and become that new user so you can get $20 off of your tickets. And NBA is in full effect. If you want to get yourself to a game or any of your kids to the game, make sure that you are using the SeatGeek code that is on your screen listed below. Also, new merch coming, but we do have these fire Sports After Dark hoodies out right now. Link is on the Twitter page and also in the Instagram bio as well. Fellas. Y'all tired. Look at y'all. Y'all just look at y'all. Just tired. Just tired.
We just here so we won't get fired.
Listen, y'all, we had to roll. Lou.
What's up?
We appreciate you, Lou. Lou is up. Look at this. I mean,
bro, it's 6:30. Hey, look, like I should be up anyway because I gotta log in for work, so it ain't a big deal, but it's a big deal.
My goodness,
that's dedication, brother.
For sure, it's dedication. So we appreciate you, of course, for tapping in, Lou. My guys, it's Black Monday, and we have already been getting some. I guess because Woj bombs is NBA, so I guess what is it? Shefty bombs.
There's been some news this morning that I missed.
Yeah.
Whoa! Come on, stop.
I just woke up.
Oh, he jumped right on it. Y'all let the audience know that he just woke up. He rolled over and he just jumped on. That's crazy.
No, I ain't just roll over and jump on. I had to brush my teeth and everything.
He had to get right first. He had to get right first.
I ain't up here with the young mouth.
So a couple of things. Last night, you already know Arthur Smith was fired from the Falcons head coaching job. Ron Rivera today.
I knew it.
As expected, Ron Rivera. And they've also brought in Bob Myers. He's the notable name. They brought in Bob Myers from the former GM of the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
He's going to help search for a GM, help them search for a head coach. They are shaking things up in Washington. Also, the Panthers fired their GM as well. So it's been a busy morning. We knew this with Black Monday. What's y'all's immediate reactions to the firing from last night and then the moves already this morning, specifically in Washington? Either one of y'all can go first.
I don't think none of us are surprised. We knew Ron Rivera Day was coming. We all kind of knew that. We were just waiting on when, and it finally came. I'm just interested to see who's going to be their head coach. If they're going to really give Eric Bieniemy a chance, or if they're going to skip around him and go to somebody else. Because I think Eric Bieniemy deserves a chance now. Like he's been in Washington. I think he's the assistant head coach. I think he is.
He's the offensive coordinator.
but I think he's the assistant head coach
Yeah,
too.
he's the assistant. Head
Oh,
coach.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's assistant head coach too. So since the head coach is gone, I wonder if he gets a chance to really be a head coach of a team now, because he's been waiting for the opportunity forever to be a head coach, and I think it's his time, it's his chance. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be disappointing if they go around him to get another coach, unless you get in a Jim Harbaugh. Then I'll be like, all right, I get that. But if you're not getting Jim Harbaugh, I think Eric Bieniemy deserves a chance to be the Washington's head coach. His time is here.
What dare I say? I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in like Bill Belichick.
Oh hell no!
Why y'all so y'all? This is why y'all so
Bill
opposed.
need to sit down. You need to sit down. You need to sit
Bill,
down.
listen. Have you been seeing Bill's pressers? Bill is like, hey, you cannot break Bill Belichick's soul, man, because he be in the press conference and he be like,
Our reaction is always the same.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they bought. Hey, look, as I'm talking, here go an ESPN notification. Belichick opened the changes. The people be listening to us. I'm trying to tell y'all they be listening to us.
Belichick if he go anywhere, he going to the West Coast.
That's a possibility. We'll see. Your immediate reactions, Lou, from the firings, the new hirings. I will say that Bob Myers joint kind of threw me off. I had to make sure I wasn't looking at a fake account. When I saw that drop, I'm like, what? It was like, now he lands in the NFL, and I'm like, wow, that is NFL is king, man. So shout out to him. That's a new lane. If he do well in Washington, other teams are gonna be definitely looking his way. So shout out to Bob Myers.
He only doing what? Just helping them find a new coach.
Yeah, like consultation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying other teams can look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the beginning step to possible like president, vice president, presidents of a club or GM of a club. Anything like that. So shout out to him for. Look, that's a grind move, in my opinion. What's your reaction to the news that we just dropped on you just now, Lou?
I mean, you knew it was coming, so I don't really have like a crazy reaction to it. Like, you knew Ron Rivera was going to get fired. We saw Arthur Smith last night. The way they fumbled the season away, fumbled their division. I mean, it had to be coming. So I'm not really surprised or shocked by it. We'll see what happens, as the day rolls on. Because I'm pretty sure Belichick may be next, maybe a couple others. But it's things you knew was coming. Like, Washington ain't had success since, and the Falcons ain't really done nothing since Arthur Smith got there. And then he don't even know how to use his personnel. So here we are, man. It's not really much of a reaction.
How many vacant head coaching jobs are we expecting? Right. So the Chargers, Washington.
So I tweeted it out yesterday. Hold on, let me go back and look.
Chargers, Washington, Falcons. The Saints might be having an opening.
Saints might have an opening.
Let go of their head coach.
Yeah. So we got the Chargers, Falcons, Raiders, Panthers. Then you have the Saints, Commanders, Patriots, which Commanders just came up. So right now we got 5. I'm expecting like 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Same. I think the Saints will be letting Dennis Allen go. They need to go in another direction.
But to be fair, the Raiders, I think they have their head coach in house already. Like, there's no way you don't hire Antonio Pierce.
You got to give him that job.
Yeah,
I'm with you, Lou. I think he's done more than enough to deserve to be their head coach. He's done more than enough, man. And that team responds to him. When the team plays for you, that says a lot. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Yeah. That's another thing, because, I'm not trying to use the race or anything, but it's dope to see a lot more of our African-American coaches get a chance. And he played in the NFL before, so he's very relatable. You can see that team related to him in a lot of ways. And with the Raiders finish off, 8-9? I think they finished off 8-9.
8-9, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
the Raiders. Not bad. That's not actually a bad season considering
with Josh McDaniels.
Everything that was going on
for sure. They went through a whole lot. So we'll see, man. I'm not gonna say I'm excited because it's never cool to see folks like lose their job. You know what I'm saying? But in closing one door, other doors open. You know what I'm saying? So I am interested in seeing who these teams bring in. I'm with you, Shooter. I'm not sure that Eric Bieniemy goes to Washington under the impression that if Ron Rivera is not let go, then he is not elevated to head coach. And, you know, I have my family members, shout out to my aunties and uncles and all of that will tell me, hey, that was under a different regime. You know what I'm saying? That's under old ownership. They might be trying to let go of everything that was brought in under the Dan Snyder ownership and focus on. But Eric Bieniemy is a well-respected coach in the league. Who has 2 Super Bowls under his belt. So I don't see why you move on from that. I think, like you said, he at minimum deserves a shot. And a shot for the NFL head coach is what? 2-3 years, 2-3 seasons?
Yeah.
Before they be like, nah, this just ain't working out. About 2-3 seasons.
Yeah.
If they can listen, Washington has the weapons, okay? Y'all hate Sam Howell, whatever. Not y'all, but people that's watching and listen, that's fine. Y'all don't like Sam Howell, and that's okay because Washington has a top 3 pick, so they could probably
picking a quarterback
for sure.
They got the number 2 pick. They getting a quarterback for sure.
Let me ask y'all a question: is it really Sam Howell? Is it the offensive line? Maybe the defense failed them. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, just the changes that Washington had during the season. Because we kind of was talking about how Sam Howell was kind of getting busy earlier in the year just a little bit. They maybe weren't winning, but they were finding ways to stay in games. And, you know, Sam Howell was giving a little something.
I think
y'all don't think they would keep him for one more. I just don't see how you a top 3 dog and don't get a quarterback.
No, they get it. They go to the quarterback for sure. There's no way they got that number 2 pick and they're not getting a quarterback. There's no way around that.
Sam Howell was getting busy. I mean, to be honest,
beginning of the year he was getting busy.
He was
I was gonna say he was getting busy because they was throwing the ball 50 million times a game. So it looked good, but the results weren't there. But I will say this: he was getting sacked at a crazy rate at the beginning of the season too. So I don't know. Maybe they go shore up their O-line and give him another chance. But I mean, he still has some issues he got to work out. But technically, he's a first-year starter. But again, Jordan Love was a first-year starter. We saw how that worked out for the Packers. But
that don't count. He's set behind Aaron Rodgers. That don't count.
I'm just saying he's a first-year
starter.
How
does that count? He's been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for 4 years.
He's still a first-year starter. That doesn't mean you will perform.
But we're talking. But no. But y'all are equating first-year starter to obviously the results.
But no, what I'm saying is he's a first-year starter. We saw how he developed throughout the year. Sam Howell didn't look to really develop much throughout the season.
And to be honest with you, Lou, Sam Howell played worse near the second half of the season than he did in the first half. Like in the first half, you're supposed to show some growth throughout the season.
But honestly, and shout out to our girl Arabia because she's a huge Commanders fan and she be spitting some real talk. She asked a question on Twitter the other day with Washington. If you're not going to develop a quarterback, why are you drafting one? And that's a hell of a question because they're not going to develop your quarterback.
That's the old coaching staff. That's not the new coaching staff.
I know. I'm trying to maybe. But what I'm saying is the immediate giving up on Sam Howell. I mean, obviously they're gonna draft. I don't know. The more I think about it, so many different variables.
But that's why I say you can draft the offensive lineman. But also with a new regime, they're going to with a new regime.
That's what I'm thinking.
They're going to want their quarterback.
That's what I'm thinking, Lou. Because I'm like, it's new. Everybody's come on. You got a top 3
unless it's EB
in this quarterback class.
Unless it's EB and EB's like, all right, I want to roll with Sam Howell. We're going to shore up this offensive line, whatever. Because there's Olu Fashanu in this draft, that offensive tackle, and Joe Alt, the other offensive tackle from Notre Dame. So I mean, they got offensive linemen they can take in that first 5 because those are top 5 talents. But I don't know, man. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised about what happens in the first 5 rounds of these or the first 5 picks.
I'm gonna keep it G with you. If Michael Penix is sitting there, I think I would roll the dice on Michael Penix over Sam Howell.
Because we don't think that Chicago is going to draft a quarterback, do we?
I mean, they could.
They could, but they shouldn't. They should draft Marvin Harrison Jr. That's what they should do.
I agree.
That's what they should do.
They should
I
trade
think-
out that first pick and draft Marvin Harrison Jr.
Exactly. And keep building around Fields. Because like we said last night, Fields finished the season pretty strong.
What team is looking to move up to get a quarterback? Who you think that they would trade
The
with?
Giants.
Giants need a quarterback.
No, not Danny Dimes. Not 40 million Danny Dimes. No.
Well, because they have an out with Danny Dimes
For sure.
next season.
After next season, they do. Correct.
So I could see the Giants definitely moving up to try to get a quarterback.
But what would they trade?
I mean,
their pick,
and
they have they got a running game in Chicago. Could they trade up? Well, they can't trade.
Yeah, they got a running game. I mean,
they
Justin Fields.
They could trade Saquon, but I doubt they would. But they could.
Well, they can't trade Saquon's a free agent.
Oh, he's a free agent.
But I was about to say, they only got him for the year.
Yeah, but I mean, they got a run game like Roshan Johnson, Khalil Herbert. Like they've been solid, but I mean, I'd take Saquon over both of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If they could include him in a trade package, I'd take him over both of them.
Well, it's gonna be something to look forward to. I'm in the middle here because I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you with giving EB a shot. Then also I can't keep the same energy and saying with a whole new regime you would want a new quarterback and all that. Maybe they want a new head coach, depending on who that head coach is. Like you mentioned, Jim Harbaugh. Y'all say he a culture changer. So I mean,
he is.
Yeah, if they're gonna change, if they're gonna move Bieniemy out for Jim Harbaugh, then I wouldn't disagree with that move. I'd be like, all right, I get it.
Man, Jim better go over there to the Chargers.
That's why.
I mean, why not stay in state?
Nah. Jim need to go.
I mean, not in
Chargers.
state, but I'm thinking about Lincoln Riley. I'm tripping. Somebody said something about Lincoln Riley.
No.
People keep bringing up Lincoln Riley to the Chargers, man.
Hey, Coach B would be pissed at
all I'm saying is it's a possibility. You can't knock the possibility, bro.
He ain't ready for the league, man.
If they give Lincoln Riley a head coaching job, I'm trying to tell you, that's Cliff Kingsbury 2.0 all over again. Do not give Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley's not. He's not ready.
The team might hire Cliff Kingsbury too.
No.
Can we move on?
Lincoln got to mature a lot of ways as a head coach before he can be a head coach in the NFL. He's not ready for that yet.
Cliff ain't ready for that either.
And Cliff ain't ready for that yet. No.
So what's up? We see y'all in the comments. Caleb says he wants Caleb Williams. And then Arthur says Chicago can't trade past Arizona if they want to still draft Marvin's son. Which I believe they ultimately want to do and keep Fields. Washington trades up to get one and gets Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you get Caleb Williams, they ain't gonna give Sam Howell another chance.
All I'm saying is the Commanders are 2, right?
They got the number 2 pick.
I don't see where you can go wrong with Caleb or Michael Penix. I don't see why you would need to trade anything. Like why give up anything if you don't have to? You got to get either Caleb or Michael.
Caleb is supposed to be the generational talent.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? Let me ask y'all a question before we move on. This is a quick little draft talk. Do y'all think that Michael Penix injuries are going to affect his draft position?
They might.
They may.
Because it's a shoulder injury, which I mean, granted, they're from like 2-3 years ago. But you got the shoulder injury, you got the ACL injury.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say the ACL.
How many ACL injuries did he have?
I think he had one, but I think he had 2 shoulder injuries.
2 shoulder injuries.
I think he had one on his left shoulder, one on his right shoulder.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying we've seen where we thought that quarterbacks were going to be these top prospects, and then we start, we start seeing like getting more info on the injuries and it kind of messes up their draft positions. And I was thinking about that the other day because he's been so incredible, but he definitely gonna get his draft stock up after this natty tonight. It's Monday, right?
Yeah.
The national championship is tonight, y'all. We're gonna talk about that a little later in the show. Let's recap the 2023 NFL season real quick because it is, like I said, come to a close. My team, the Cowboys, are moving on. Shooter, your squad is. Lou, you're not. But Y'all got Anthony Richardson, bro. Like y'all, I am very confident that if y'all had Anthony Richardson, y'all make the postseason this year. The way that y'all season went, I think y'all would have made the postseason this year if y'all had Anthony Richardson. He would have definitely been the difference maker in 2 to 3 of y'all's games that would have gotten y'all to where y'all needed to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let's talk. Do we have any favorite moments from the 2023 season that y'all can think of?
Favorite moments?
Favorite moments.
My favorite moment of the season is when we went into Philadelphia.
Okay.
I loved every bit of that one. I loved every bit of that one. To just be amongst the Philly crowd and hear a pin drop in that joint. Because how quiet they was.
Oh, brother.
I loved every moment of it. That was my favorite moment of the season.
It's a lot of different moments that happened.
My favorite moment was we didn't win the game, but it was when seeing Anthony Richardson lead the charge against the Rams, because we went down like 23-0, and to watch him in that second half do what a lot of people say he couldn't do. They say he couldn't win you games throwing the ball. He couldn't bring you back throwing the ball. And to see him make some crazy throws in that second half to get us to tie the game up and go into overtime. And unfortunately, he didn't see the ball again in overtime. But it was dope to see that, just because it was like it was kind of like a moment where it looked like the game slowed down for him. And I think it was only like his 4th game, or like, the 4th game of the season or whatever. But it looked like the game is slowed down for him, and it was just dope. It was dope to see. That was my favorite moment of the season.
Obviously, for me, it's all kind of high points in Dallas this season. That would be like my top favorite moments. Just seeing Dak Prescott develop, like, as the season went on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel y'all on a development piece. You're supposed to develop if you're struggling. I saw sometimes when my squad dealt with issues and we addressed those issues within the next 2 games. We started the season off rocky, turned up as the season went on, and Dak Prescott developed into an MVP caliber quarterback. I don't care what y'all got to say about it. Damn it, it is what it is. But I think one of the, I don't know if it's surprising or if it was more shocking. Coming from Mexico, those that don't know, hey, fiance. Coming from Mexico, landing in BWI, landing in Baltimore. And I think, I don't remember who they were playing, but to see the Dolphins hang.
Oh, yeah.
Broncos? Was it the Broncos? To see the Dolphins hang 70 points. That was crazy. Like, we had, not everybody on this show except Lou had relatively high hopes for the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? And Russell Wilson just kind of just knew that they would be a bit better. To see the Dolphins hang 70 on them folks, that was good. That was a surprising, top moment for me.
That was crazy.
Oh, my other favorite time of the year or part of the season?
There we go. No, don't you do it, dog.
It's not about Russell Wilson.
Oh, boy, I thought you was about to say when they benched him. I'm about to say that's disgusting.
Nah. The Jaguars fumbling away the division. 1-5 over the last 6 after starting 8-3. It was beautiful. Bruh. Hey, Trevor's a game manager. I told y'all.
Hey, you got some Jags fans out there saying fire everybody. Everybody got to go.
Hey, if you fumble the season like that, you got to start looking internally.
You definitely.
If y'all don't have any more favorite or surprising moments of 2023 or the season, I'm pretty sure it's so many more. We really haven't had time to think.
For sure.
But you brought up a disappointment in the Jags, Lou, and that's where we were going next. Like, what team? Give me one.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Disappointing season, even if they've made the playoffs. What team has had the most disappointing season? Who'd you say?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Why is it disappointing when but let me ask you a question, because you were an advocate of this, you and Lou. Y'all were pretty stuck on the fact that they had lost offensive coordinators and defensive coordinator, and that would affect their season. So why is it such a disappointment when we knew that this is kind of what it was?
Well, for one, it's a disappointment for you to be 10-1. You have the number 1 seed.
But
you lose that.
Those offensive coordinators and defense coordinators didn't matter at 10-1. You're right. My bad. You are absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then you lose the number 2 seed, you lose your division, and you started out 10-1, and they were what? They what 2 was it 2-6 in their last? Was it? Was
Nah,
it 2?
it might have been 2-6. I know they were 1-5 in the last
They were
6.
1-5. They were 1-5, and then they only won another game after that, and that was the Giants. So they were 2-6, I think
Yeah,
total.
because they beat the Bills. They
Yeah,
beat the Bills, so they were like 2-5 over the last 7.
2-5 over the last 7 games, and you were the number 1 seed. We can't hear. We can't hear you.
I was gonna say, you know what's so funny is we were so fixated on certain teams going through their gauntlet, and I think that we missed Philadelphia going through their gauntlet a little bit.
We didn't miss it.
No, we spoke on that.
We talked about it.
Yeah, because remember you were saying that you couldn't see them losing 3 straight because they were a good team, and you just couldn't see them losing 3 straight. And we were like, "Hey, man."
I said the way this season has been full of surprises. I'm like, no shade, but I'm like, if we can lose 3 straight, I know damn well they can lose 3 straight. Like, no, real rap.
So the Eagles, so the Eagles for you.
Yeah.
For me, I talked about it earlier this year. I'm disappointed in the Chargers. I think I got a little bit of beef with the Chargers, man. And I talked about it before. I reiterated for those that are unfamiliar with my rant. I'm just so disgusted with how they're handling Justin Herbert in LA. You know what I'm saying? He's a talent. He ain't this generational guy, in my opinion, but he's a talent, dog. You know what I mean? And for the disarray or just this crazy amount of stuff that's been happening in LA, you know, Brandon Staley, who's no longer there, bringing in Kellen Moore. He has weapons. He can air it out. He has decent football IQ. Justin Herbert is a baller. And so they didn't even make the playoffs. For Justin Herbert to not be in the play, is this the second year not in the play, or did they make it last year?
They made it last year.
For Justin Herbert to not be in the playoffs, he's just a quarterback to me at this point where he should be in the playoffs every season. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm very disappointed in the Chargers, especially when you had the year that you had from the Chiefs. And for real, the division really was for the taking. It just was not dominated by the Chiefs like it usually is for the past 8 years. If it was any year for you to do something in the AFC West, it was this year, because you better believe your bottom dollar. I think the Chiefs figure it out next year. They're not going to have this down year next year. This type of year, I don't. They're going to find a way to figure it out. I got too much faith in Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Fine. Who knows what they may even do in the playoffs. But they're going to find a way to not be what they were this year. So this was y'all's best shot. and you did not do anything with it with a quarterback like Justin Herbert. I'm very, 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 very disappointed in the Chargers. Go ahead, Lou.
Yeah, I mean, y'all took both of the teams, to be honest. Like,
really? Oh, I didn't know you were taking the Chargers.
Yeah, because I mean, those are the two that to me had the most. I think the Eagles were just more disappointing down the stretch. Because I mean, at some point you thought like they would have figured it out, and they just never did. The Chargers disappointing just because you have a lot of talent on that team, and instead of like adding a run game, you decide to continue with Austin Ekeler, who we know is he's not a running back. I mean, he's more like a scat back. You can catch the ball out the backfield, different things like that, but he's not a true running back that can run downhill for you. And that's one of the things they need is a run game. But yeah, I mean, like you said, the Chargers, you got Justin Herbert. Y'all should be perennial Super Bowl contenders, perennial playoff, makers, whatever, but they aren't. So now they have a chance to figure it out, get the head coaching hire correct, and then go forward from there.
I'll tell you another team that I think is a disappointment. Y'all don't think the Chiefs this season? They made the playoffs, cool, but
I had the Chargers winning the division, so I mean, it ain't really like
Disappointment.
Chiefs aren't really a big disappointment to me.
I would
think
say the
they're a big
AFC in general, and you can call it parity if you want, but we do expect some AFC teams to just have it.
Yeah.
And not be in squabbles with teams that they shouldn't be in squabbles with.
But eventually, like with the Chiefs, their biggest issue this year was their receivers. And eventually that's going to catch up.
That's surprising.
I mean, not really.
Because Chiefs Kingdom told us that this was a top receiver room.
Listen, I thought this receiver room would be good. Like I like Rashee Rice. I like Sky Moore. Sky hasn't panned out.
He has not panned out.
Rashee is really good.
I like Rashee Rice.
As a rookie receiver, you're depending on rookie receivers or second year receivers to get the job done. And as a rookie receiver, for a lot of those receivers, which Rashee has some drop issues too, he kind of figured it out. But with a lot of rookie receivers adjusting to the new football, because in college the football has the white line on it, so it's easier to track through the air. In the NFL, ain't got that. You got to find the laces to track the ball. But so, drops come with the territory. But it's just one of those things where, like, you expect them to be good, but at the same time, if they go out there and they having drop issues, it's like, are you really surprised? Like, are you really surprised they aren't as good as you expected them to be? Just because not the talent level of those receivers, but because they're second year guys. A lot of them were taken in like the second round, like third round. And that's who you're depending on.
I get that, but ultimately you got 15, you got 87, you got big.
They can only do so much, AB. I mean, I get it.
I know that. I get it. I'm just saying it's still kind of like.
Yeah. And I mean, they have a good defense this year too.
Right. That's another thing. Their defense showed up.
I think the Chiefs went wrong is with the whole notion that they got 15 and 87 and they was going to be good. It didn't matter else who they had. And me personally, I really think they fumbled by not getting DeAndre Hopkins. If they'd have got DeAndre Hopkins, it would be a totally different ball game.
It's a lot of teams that could have used DeAndre Hopkins.
I 100% agree. I believe if the Cowboys would have got DeAndre Hopkins, you would be talking about the Cowboys possibly winning the Super Bowl if they would have got him. I said that from the beginning. Like
makes me teary-eyed.
He's just that too good of a talent. Now they're saying that, well, Mahomes is great, but we still need some other weapons around him besides just him and Travis Kelce. We need somebody else.
Yeah, because like we said at the beginning of the season, once teams saw that these receivers couldn't catch the ball, they was throwing the kitchen sink at Travis Kelce. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen, I'm not going to say a decline. He almost had 1,000 yards this year. He would have gotten his 1,000 yards had the Chiefs played him yesterday. Yeah, so absolutely. I'm not going to say a decline. This was a down I don't even know if this was a down year for Travis.
It's a down year for Travis.
Number-wise, it may not be, but we've seen him be dominant. We've seen him be, and that looks different than what you may be seeing on the stat sheets.
I ain't gonna lie, he dropped a lot of passes. Like surprisingly, he dropped.
That's because he was looking up in the skybox. That man was looking up there,
making sure she was watching, making sure
watching from the sky.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It was a star in the house. He was looking up at a star and missed his targets. But you're right, there was a lot of drop passes for sure.
And I'll say this though, I think that the Chiefs have been going the way they are is the reason why people think that them versus the Dolphins is a coin flip because of the Chiefs' offense and how they struggle.
Well, also because of the game in London, like
that game was pretty close.
It ended pretty close. It started out where the Chiefs was kind of dominating.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But it ended pretty close. I don't think, and their defense is still good, but I don't think their defense. I think the Dolphins may have a game plan for them.
I think they do. I
don't know if the Dolphins win because at this point, I don't know, man. Seeing Tua in these close games,
it ain't it, bro. Yeah. It ain't it. I've yet to see Tua win him a game.
Y'all are fantastic on the transitions today. Before we get to this, because I was about to ask y'all what playoff matchup are you looking forward to most? We're going to run another show later in the week to actually break down each playoff matchup in this super wild card weekend. I remember when it was just wild card weekend. Now it's a super wild card weekend. But before we do that, it's 2024, and I just think that it's imperative that we kind of go down the list of some things that have already happened, and we are only 8 days in. We're 8 days in. Cat Williams broke the internet. Okay. you have a what do you say? You have an unhealthy attraction to
losers,
and that's not like
you.
you. Cat Williams break the internet. He, accused my man Cedric of stealing his stuff. Said that Ice Cube and them had a sexually abusive scene in Friday After Next that he objected to not happening. Did y'all see Ricky Smiley crying? Oh my God, Cat Williams got the people go crazy. The man was making
the Ice Cube response
on his who?
Ice Cube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw Ice Cube response too. Cat Williams broke the internet. The man jumped over the courtroom judge's bench.
Bro should have been in the league. No cat.
I'm not gonna lie. Can either one of y'all clear a bench like that? You know how he cleared the bench.
Cleared that.
How tall is that bench?
You ain't never been in a courtroom? That joint has
that joint is pretty high.
No, I know
man.
it's high, but I'm saying back in my day when I used to do high jump in high school.
Back in my day is crazy.
Maybe
back in my day, you felt like OG.
Okay,
right
now, he's 25.
Well, I'm 33. Relax.
Oh,
I'll be 34 in March.
Listen, back in my day, when I was a young,
ACL and Achilles surgery later. Listen, man, back in my day, I could probably clear it. Now, hell no, ain't no chance in hell.
Bro should have been in the Olympics for sure. The way he cleared that bench,
that's a fact.
Bro, okay, I googled it. It says the front of the standard trial bench should be 52 to 56 inches in height. I think this is.
So that's less than 6 feet, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean less than? That's it? I mean, that's not it. Like
in high jump. Hey, listen. Like I said, when I'm back in high school,
what I'm saying is
my high jump was 6 feet. My high jump was 6 feet. I cleared that thing.
So yeah, he definitely was some type of athlete for sure.
He had to be. He got to be.
He got to be an athlete.
No way. No way. You just coming up off the streets and you clearing that bench like that. Like, no way. Bro used to run track or something. He used to do the hurdles or something.
What's that joint with the stick? What's that joint with the stick where they run and do that joint and jump up?
Pole vault.
Oh yeah, the pole vault.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
He probably got that in his duffel. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy. What else happened?
We forgot about Dalvin Cook going to the Ravens.
Oh yeah. Are y'all excited? I wanted Dalvin Cook. I really wanted Dalvin Cook in Dallas. I think he would have established some type of, middle through the tackles run game for us. Lou disagreed in our chat. Think that it would be really good for the Ravens. You called him going to the Ravens, Shooter. So I mean, I don't think that they're potent enough. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying, to make a run and make the championship and potentially win it. The Ravens were already potent enough. This just enhances their potency. So that's
I think it just made sense for him. If you're looking at the football move, from a football aspect, teams that needed a running back, and you look at the teams that had the best chance of winning the Super Bowl. The Ravens checked both of those boxes, and they got the easiest path. You only got to win 2 games to get there. So I was like, all right, I'm trying to ring chase. They need a running back. They got the best defense. They got Lamar Jackson. It made too much sense. I felt like if the Cowboys was going to get him, they had to claim him off waivers. That was the Cowboys' only chance of getting him. Once he fell through the waivers and became a free agent, I'm like, he going right to the Ravens.
What else has happened in 2024?
Naysayers. That kicked us off right.
Yeah.
Or Noah or homeboy Noah nigga.
Noah nigga, yeah.
Noah nigga. Yeah, and that's Noah really his name. I thought that was like a joke or like a Photoshop. I'm like, his name is really Noah nigga?
Listen,
that's
bro.
Crazy.
Hey, them announcers better just call him by his first name.
You gotta know a nigga.
They better call him by his first name.
The
first one that slip up gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be crazy.
Like, do you know it? Do you know it, nigga?
I know y'all see Noah nigga out there making all the tackles.
No, that's kind of crazy.
Do you see Noah nigga out there?
They're gonna have to steer clear of that. But naysayers was hilarious.
Naysayers was hilarious, bro. Pat McAfee was funny as hell.
Nah, naysayers was definitely funny as hell. y'all, why y'all been dogging two ladies too? Not y'all specifically, but folks listening in the internet. Jada Pinkett.
Bruh.
I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Jada was Vin Diesel in that picture.
Bro, I thought that was The Rock from
The
Black
Rock
Adam when he was skinny in Black Adam.
I thought it was
I
Vin
don't
Diesel.
know.
Somebody said they thought it was Fat Joe.
I thought it was too. I thought Fat Joe had
Who
a
the
crazy
other lady,
weight loss.
The other lady been getting dogged.
What other lady?
Tiny.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Quaker Oats.
Come on, you see what I'm saying?
You see the meme they did on it?
Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are.
You see?
Hey, listen.
They got one meme on Tiny. It's like she just ate a whole bag of Sour Patches. It's like,
Hey, listen, equality.
Hey, listen. The ladies asked for it. I'm not gonna hold you. You got to be able to take these cook sessions that they would for men. I'm not gonna lie. I 100% agree with that. You gotta be able to deal. You gotta be able to deal.
That was a bad joint by Tiny.
That happened.
No, that was T.I. fault, bro. He should have never put his wife on camera like that, man.
Yeah, he out of pocket. He out of pocket. Got her. Now she's gonna be a meme for the whole year of 2024.
Also, I think the only person on this show that has a quarterback that's quarterbacky enough is Shooter.
I forgot about that too.
I forgot about the quarterback
too.
That was real cringy to say quarterbacky. It was very cringy to see that, and it just sucks that that 4-letter word still plays a part in our world today. It seems like to this day.
What could she have possibly meant by quarterbacky?
Yeah, like what you mean by quarterbacky?
Well,
like, I mean, of course we know.
Let's play devil's advocate. Let's play devil's advocate because she said it's about Lamar.
Yeah,
she means the traditional quarterback, in the pocket, the statue, the Tom Brady, the Peyton Manning. I think that's what she means by quarterbacky.
Let me ask you a question. What's their race again? The two quarterbacks you just named?
Okay.
Was Josh Allen not quarterbacky enough?
I don't know.
Yeah. You know what I mean with Peter
I was
Griffin.
Just trying to help a sister out.
The joint with Peter Griffin with the color chart.
I ain't helping no more.
If I heard a meme with the Peter Griffin with the color chart, that's her for sure.
I'm about to eat this.
How old is it?
This is.
You didn't just get it from McDonald's.
This is halves though. I'm about to crush though.
This is actually about to eat my apple pie dog.
Yeah. From yesterday.
Man, always understand this, man.
You better get two.
What is yours is theirs. Always understand that. It doesn't belong to you anymore.
Bro, that face you just made reminded me of my little sister. I ain't gonna lie. The face you just made.
Who, me?
Yeah, you look just like my little sister when you did that.
That's crazy.
Listen, I'm about to get busy with it. And as I do that, we can transition.
Wow.
Because we listen. You mentioned the Dolphins Chiefs, how that can be such a toss-up. Again, later on this week, we're gonna dissect each playoff matchup in Supercar Weekend. But what one are y'all looking forward to the most? Obviously, I'm looking forward to Dallas and Green Bay. Green Bay really doesn't scare me. Like this is the first year seeing Green Bay in a playoff where I'm actually breathing a sigh of relief. And that's not to say that I 100% believe that Dallas will win. I mean, because any given Sunday is playoffs, everybody 0-0. I understand that the unexpected can happen. But I would be a lot more afraid if this was Aaron Goddamn Rodgers. I'm not gonna lie. I would be very annoyed if this was. Oh my God, I don't think y'all understand. I would be very annoyed if this was Aaron Rodgers. Okay, with you know what I'm saying, moving and we move and we deal with who's ahead of us, but I would be very annoyed. So obviously, I'm looking forward to Dallas and Green Bay. Let me give y'all the matchups real quick for those that don't know. Let me give y'all these brackets. So over in the NFC, we got number 2 Dallas taking on number 7 Green Bay, number 3 Detroit taking on number 6 Rams. Number 4, Tampa Bay taking on number 5, Philadelphia. San Francisco has the 1 seed, so they are chilling, feet kicked back, like Shooter said, your squad chilling. And over in the AFC, we got number 2, Buffalo taking on Pittsburgh. Number 7, number 3, Kansas City taking on the Dolphins, as you mentioned, Lou. Number 6 seed, and then the number 4 seed, Houston Texans taking on the Cleveland Browns, who managed to grab the 5th seed in this year's playoff. So talk to me. I'm gonna come to you first, Lou. I need you to let me know which matchup are you looking forward to most. I think we're gonna get the most authentic. Well, no, you don't play this week, Shooter, so you're gonna give me a nice answer to it. But go ahead, Lou.
For me, to me, it's the Lions and the Rams. The Rams have been one of the hottest teams in football over the past few weeks. And then, I mean, you got Matthew Stafford returning back to Detroit. So, what better storyline than that? And there's a bunch of storylines, because you got Mike McCarthy in Green Bay and all of that. But, I mean, he's not going back to Green Bay, but he gets to play his old team. But, yeah, for me, it's the Lions and the Rams. I think that's the most intriguing matchup to me. I think that one might end up being the best game of the weekend, to be honest. But next weekend, it may be something nice next weekend. Also, I think the Browns and the Texans might be a really good game too. I think we talked about that last night in Sports After Dark, but I think the the Texans and the Browns should be a good game. But that Browns defense, man, if they can travel to Houston and play well, it's going to be a long day for oh boy, I can't even. CJ Stroud. I was about to say I can't even think of his name right now, because when he played against the Jets in that defense, he didn't look too good. He didn't look too good at all. I think he only had like 80 something passing yards too before he left the game. So it wasn't really a good game. So if that defense can get after him, then it's going to be a big deal. But I think those two are the best games for me this coming weekend.
I think that I would agree with the Browns and the Texans. I'm really looking forward to that game for some reason. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to the Lions and Rams as well. But I don't know, man. I'm eager to see if this will be some type of Cinderella run for CJ Stroud, or if in fact, like, the Browns are gonna kind of. I mean, they're on their 3rd quarterback for the season, man, in the Browns. You know what I'm saying? So winning a playoff game, that's what I was saying last night in Sports After Dark. Winning a playoff game, making it to the 2nd round of the playoffs, I'm not sure how that's not some sort of like feat. That's a feat for me. Like, for y'all to make this, like, they literally have not been losing for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we want to put it in even better terms, if this was not the year the Ravens won it, but they were still in position, the Browns could have won the division. You know what I'm saying? Simply because the Bengals were just not good, even when Joe Burrow wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't.
Simba said they're on their 4th quarterback.
That's their 4th one? That's what I'm saying.
DTR played a few games this year too.
Yeah.
Who?
DTR.
Oh, yes. That's right. Thank you, Simba. So that's what I'm saying. Like, to be on your 4th quarterback, man, like, I just, and then they mess around and win a playoff game. I think that's just gonna be dope. You know what I mean? So I'm interested in seeing that for sure. The Chiefs and Dolphins can go either way. So I mean, I'm up and down at that. Talk to me, Shooter.
It's crazy. I'm leaning with Lou. I'm with the Lions and the Rams game, but I'm interested to see Jared Goff. He got a chip on his shoulder too, because he's going against the organization that drafted him. He helped them get to a Super Bowl, and they felt like, you know what? You can't get us over the hump to win one, so we're going to trade you for Matthew Stafford. And Stafford won the Rams, helped the Rams win a Super Bowl. And people thought Jared Goff career was going to go to the dirt once he got to Detroit. And they're the 3rd seed. So I think Jared Goff has a lot to prove in this game. I'm with Lou. I think that probably will be the best game of the weekend, because neither team has a good defense. I think it's going to be a shootout. Both teams got a good offense. So I think it's going to be a great matchup between them two. I am intrigued to see the Browns and the Texans, to see what CJ Stroud can do against another great defense. As Lou pointed out, he didn't look too good against the Jets. But the Texans are at home. They got a chance to redeem themselves. I said last night on Sports After Dark that experience it definitely matters going into the playoffs. Joe Flacco, he's been here before. So that'll be interesting to see. And I'm with the Chiefs and Kansas City because we all wanted to see Tyreek Hill go back to Arrowhead, and we couldn't because they went to London. So now we finally get to see Tyreek Hill going back to Arrowhead. So that's going to be interesting to see as well.
Real quick, while I got y'all, I just saw this update come through. Some sources over at Bleacher Report said that there is a mutual interest between the Raiders and Jim Harbaugh. And also he does have interest in that vacancy in LA with the Chargers, like y'all have been talking about for the last couple of weeks. He wants to return to the NFL. And so are we on Jim Harbaugh watch?
Yeah, just like we were last time or last year.
Yeah, but it's like
he's the best head. I feel like out of all the head coaches, he's the best one. He's the best one to get a chance. Also, I just seen another notification come through that the Falcons is looking at Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I told y'all the man was going to go somewhere.
Like at the end of after tonight, that's really when we're gonna be on Jim Harbaugh watch
for sure.
Because I'm pretty sure tonight he may mention something. Or they may announce something like he's looking to go to the NFL, or like Jim Harbaugh may say, he might not be returning back to Michigan. And I think that's where JJ McCarthy is too, as far as like making his decision on if he's going to go back to school or if he's going to go to the NFL.
Yeah, I think if Jim leaves, I think JJ leaves too.
Yeah.
I don't think JJ stays. I think he bounces. I think Jim. I hope Jim Harbaugh goes to the Chargers. That's why I want him to go. I hope he goes to the Chargers.
Yeah. We're gonna give a quick preview on tonight's game. I mean, y'all probably, I'm kind of a casual there, but y'all will probably be able to tap into it a little bit more than me. But before we do that, I do want us to give our top 5 quarterbacks going into the playoffs. And I think this is good. Let me start. Okay, let me start because y'all take my answers, and I've noticed, you know what I'm saying, how my intellect has rubbed off on y'all. You know what I'm saying? My incredible study of film and, breakdown of the game. Have and Lou get a lot of that from me. I just want to let y'all know it's not the other way around like it might seem. But I'm going to put me right on the camera. Here are my top 5 quarterbacks right now, going into the playoffs. Lamar Jackson is number 1. This is in its particular order. Lamar Jackson is the number 1 quarterback heading into the NFL playoffs. The number 2 quarterback is Dak Prescott. I said what I said. Dak Prescott is the second best quarterback going into the playoffs. I guess, can we base this based off of what we've seen this season? Because I know I'm going to get some kickback because Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2. Yeah.
Okay. Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen. I lied. Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy. I'm going to throw Purdy in there. I'm going to throw Purdy in 3.
My man, if you want to.
I'm going to throw Purdy in 3. I'm gonna I'm gonna put Purdy over Josh because them turnovers, man. You know what I'm saying? Them turnovers. I mean, he been balling, but those turnovers, man, always tend to, bite him in his behind in the playoffs. Josh Allen will be at 4. And number 5. Oh, I'm gonna go with Dang, I think I might go with Matt Stafford at number 5. So for me, it's Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford. Those are my top 5 quarterbacks entering into this week's Super Wild Card Weekend. What's up, Lou? Well, let me come to you, Shooter.
You said going off based on what we seen this season?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Lamar Jackson at 1. I'm going to go Brock Purdy at 2. I'm going to go Dak Prescott at 3. I'm going to go Matthew Stafford at 4.
You're trying everything in him to not say Josh Allen. You're struggling with Josh Allen so bad.
Josh Allen turns the ball over. He turned the ball over like way too much. Even though they are the second seed, he had almost 20 interceptions this year. I'm going with Mahomes, man. I'm not putting Josh Allen that far. Give me Mahomes.
Ooh, okay. Not disrespect. All right, so give it to us again.
Lamar Jackson, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Patrick Mahomes.
All right. I mean, I'm not mad at the Mahomes situation. All right, talk to me, Lou.
I think we forget about the year CJ Stroud had. To not mention him in his top 5.
Damn, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so I'm going Lamar, I'm going Dak, I'm going Brock, I'm going CJ, and then I think Patrick Mahomes. I just can't count out Patrick Mahomes. But
give me the list one more time.
Me either, Lou. I can't.
Lamar, Dak, Brock, CJ, and Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean CJ Stroud. I get Josh Allen, but CJ Stroud year was incredible. I mean, from a rookie, from a vet, whatever, it was an incredible year. So
I just I think maybe my thing is including what they did this season, like how they played this season, but I'm also including their experience where they're going. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of.
I mean, if that's the case, then Patrick should be number 1 on everybody's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I couldn't leave Mahomes.
Well, that's true.
I couldn't.
I mean, if we're looking at what the experience, Patrick has the most experience in the playoffs.
Well, that's true.
And they're the defending Super Bowl champion. He's a defending Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, I still don't like the weapons around Patrick Mahomes, though.
I mean, I don't either. I'm just saying if we're going off of the experience.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I added that in a little bit. I mean, I know we want to give CJ all of this. At the end of the day, he's still a rookie, and
for sure,
proving us wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I
I mean, CJ wasn't a bad pick though.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. CJ's not a bad pick. CJ's not a bad pick. All right, that's our top 5 quarterbacks going into the playoffs, man. The Natties tonight. Washington takes on Michigan. This is Michigan's first national championship appearance since John Harbaugh has been there. I feel bad that he's not there to see it though.
Jim,
has he been there, or was he just suspended for the regular season?
No, it was regular season.
Regular season because he's been coaching for the playoffs.
I missed that first game. See what I'm saying? Shout out to John. That would be
Jim
crazy.
Harbaugh.
Jim. Shout out to Jim. If they win the championship and then Big John win it in Baltimore, that would be kind of crazy.
Yeah, that would be
crazy.
That would be crazy. I
like the Harbaugh brothers. So y'all tell me, who y'all got in tonight's game? We got who's the Michigan quarterback?
JJ McCarthy.
McCarthy. That's who it is. McCarthy versus Michael Penix. Oh boy. Who y'all like? Who y'all liking?
I got Michigan.
What's your score you got, Lou?
I ain't got no score prediction, but
you think JJ gonna outplay Michael?
It's not gonna be JJ that outplays him. Washington's run defense isn't good, and Michigan runs the damn ball. RTDB, run the damn ball. Michigan has Blake Corum, who is one of the highly touted running backs in college football right now. And Washington's run defense isn't that good. JJ will make some plays here and there to keep them, in front of the sticks and everything. But I think they're going to lean heavily on that run game because their linebackers don't come down and tackle. And we were watching film the other day because I wanted to see Braylon Trice, which is their defensive end. And he would set the edge, and there's nobody in the middle to stop the running back. And that's a problem going up against a Michigan team. So and then also the corners, I think they got some people banged up at the cornerback position. Look at you eating that apple pie. You tried to sneak that so
like a kid.
You tried to be so smooth and sneak that.
You know, you was in elementary school, you was trying to sneak a snack to the teacher with you.
Yeah.
One of them Jones.
I tried to slide that Joe like ref.
You try to sneak it so smooth, bro. but yeah, I got Michigan winning tonight. I don't think JJ outplays Michael Penix. Penix, he's one of the best quarterbacks in college football. And he has the talent around him. Jalen Polk, Jalen McMillan, Romo Dunze. Like, it's gonna be hard to outplay him. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a shootout. I don't think it's gonna be one team blows out the other. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think we get a high scoring game, probably over 60 points total. Just like the Washington and Texas game. Probably not. Nah, I ain't betting tonight. I'm sick of losing money. I ain't betting nothing tonight.
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't been as lucky as y'all, man.
I might throw a little something.
I ain't bet since Dallas played Seattle. I ain't bet either.
You gonna throw something on it heavy?
Yeah, I think on the player props. I think because I'm with you, Lou. I think it's gonna be a shootout tonight. One thing about the Pac-12, one thing we don't do is play defense. So I'm with Lou. I think this is a Blake Corum game right here. I think Blake Corum has an amazing game against Washington. They can't stop me, Lou, or you out there, shooter. I think that is an issue. Michigan defense is pretty good. I think that Michigan defense they'll make it a little tough for Michael Penix, but I think Michael Penix will just be him and make the game interesting and make the game competitive. But ultimately, I think Michigan pulls it out. I think they'll get a stop or two more than Washington. I'm with Lou. I don't know what the score is going to be, but I know it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be a shootout. But I think Jim Harbaugh rides off into the sunset with a championship and goes back to the NFL. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, tonight is gonna be good. I'm actually really excited to be tapped into that game. Just a quick whip around in sports real quick. Draymond Green is off of suspension, by the way. After serving 12 games, he's off of suspension. He's back. They said that it may take like a week for him to actually get in shape, and so he'll be rejoining the Warriors soon. And damn it, they need him in some capacity. I have been an advocate that let me say something. I've been an advocate that Draymond Green is the motor and the MVP of that team for so long, and they just continue to show me every time he's out for a significant amount of time. When they lose Draymond Green or in pivotal situations, they're just not the same team. Also, shout out to and prayers up to like AJ Brown. Is there any update on AJ Brown? Because he had a really bad knee injury, and that could affect the Eagles going into the playoffs.
I think they said it wasn't. They didn't think it was serious. But
good. They said he walked off on his own.
Good. Okay. I know Devontae was banged up, and I know Jalen Hurts had the finger injury. They're talking about how that's probably they popped that right back in. He should be fine. Stephon Gilmore had a little shoulder injury yesterday as well. They said that he popped that back in. He told Mike McCarthy that he'll be absolutely fine for the matchup this week. What else did I say? Oh God, did Derrick Henry retire, or is he just out with the Titans this year?
I think he's just going to test free agency.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
He's not retiring.
Okay. Because he's still the way he be rolling, the way he rolled yesterday over the damn Jags, he definitely still got a whole lot in the tank.
I told Spoonie, I said Derrick Henry. If you look at Derrick Henry's numbers against every team in the NFL, he averages. Look at his numbers against the Jacksonville Jaguars since he's been the Titans starting.
Listen, Derrick Henry against the Jaguars and the Texans, and then Jonathan Taylor against the Texans. Like, they roll.
They roll on them, dog. Like Derrick Henry has the best. I want to say both of his career highs rushing the ball was against the Jags.
Yeah, he had like 200 and something.
Yeah, like
he'd have put up 200 and something against I think the Jags and the Texans.
Like it's just them two teams. He destroys them every time. So when we watching the game, I'm like, here go Derrick Henry again. Here you go, just doing what he do. I know we about to get out soon, but it is really disappointing for the Jaguars to be 8-3 and then not make the
playoffs. Shooter really struggling with that, Luke.
That is really for me to be. It is crazy to me because my son, he knew that the Jags were going to lose and they wasn't gonna make the playoffs. And I'm like, nah, y'all gonna beat the Titans, bro. Like, y'all gonna beat them.
He said, Dad, beat the Titans.
What happened when you put too much faith in them bums?
And I'm like, wow. And I texted him, I said, Dad, son, you knew y'all was gonna lose. He said, I told you, Dad, like I seen it coming. I was like, wow. To be 8-3.
Every week, AB, every week I told y'all Colts could still win the division. Jaguars are fumbling.
But we said that though. We was
No,
like,
I know y'all
look,
said it. Y'all said it would be more competitive, but y'all
For
didn't think
sure.
y'all didn't think 8-3 and they was gonna fumble like
and
that.
I
I
didn't
didn't
think,
see
and
that.
I picked them to win the division. So you know,
Yeah, that's what I'm
definitely
saying. I mean,
thought
I
that.
picked them to win the division too, but when they got to 8-3 and I started seeing how things were moving, I was like, yeah, we got a chance. We just got to win.
Yeah,
That's disgusting. I think you gotta holler at somebody to be
Yeah.
8
Yeah,
and
you
3.
got to talk to somebody.
You gotta talk to somebody to be 8-3 and you finish off 9-8
yeah.
and don't make the playoffs.
Shout out to all the receivers and the running backs that hit over 1,000 yards this year. You know what I'm saying? Folks that got hit with, you know what I'm saying? Folks that got a certain amount of sacks. Shout out to who's the boy in Kansas City? Our guy, what's his name? Chris.
Chris Jones, he
Chris
in
Jones.
Chris
Yeah.
Jones for getting his sacks. He got some money off this. You know, so everybody cashed. some
Davian
folks
Clowney,
cashed out.
he hit an incentive too for getting some sacks.
for sure. So
Yeah, I think
shout out to
Jadavion
them.
needed half a sack.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
them.
Kyler Ridley.
Yeah, I really can't believe that the NFL season is over. Like, I'm really like, this is part of the year where it's like, it's a couple different nerves. Like, you're nervous about your squad if your squad is in the playoffs. And then also like I feel really sick even saying this, like, Sunday could be the last time I see the Cowboys. Like, I can't act like anything is possible, dog. And while it's like not probable, anything is possible. I could be seeing my squad for the last time. You know what I'm saying? That hurts. You know, C. Lou is used to this feeling. He has felt this for quite some time now.
That's crazy.
You see the way
He said,
When the last time y'all done won anything, Ashley?
hey, I'm just talking about being in the playoffs.
I was in the playoffs in 2020. What are you talking about?
I said it's been a minute. It's been 4 years for you now.
Man, nah, you ain't about to do that.
All
See, I be
saying is
trying to
you
be
dealt
cool
with
on-
the
I be
pain
trying to be
more
cool
than me
on
and
Dallas,
Shooter
man.
had for the last 4 years.
that jab was quick too.
I be
Yeah,
trying
I
to
was hoping he ain't noticed it. I was hoping he ain't noticed it, Jab.
Listen, I'm sitting here talking to Brady because I got to get. I'm
I
trying to
know,
get him.
I knew you was distracted. That's why I said it when I said it. You was like, but yeah, the season is over, man. Long off season for a lot of franchises. Exciting off seasons for some franchises, and obviously, really soon. Oh God, we're gonna start seeing mock drafts again, and my head is gonna explode, and I'm just annoyed already. But yeah, shout out to the 2023 NFL season. We're wrapping, guys. Y'all got anything before we roll out? And I pay some bills before we do.
I ain't got nothing.
Go Niners.
Shout out to the Cowboys. Let's get this dub, y'all. Listen, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I can't get this right with this little brand situation here. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please make sure you follow the Instagram page. The handle is @SportsAfterDark, the number 4. Make sure that you are following the Twitter page or in the community. Make sure that you go and cop some merch, man. We got some merch that's going to be coming out. More merch, but grab a Sports After Dark hoodie in the meantime and in between time. And again, if you're hitting any of the playoff games, you want to save some money. If you hit any NBA games and you want to save some money, use the SeatGeek code Ashley Baker, all caps, down on the bottom of the screen right now. You can save $20 off of your purchase if you are a new user. If you're not, create an email and become a new user. I'm gonna just give y'all that gem every time I get the opportunity. We again appreciate y'all for tapping in. Y'all know the vibes. In the meantime,
Before you head out, one thing. We do got fantasy winners.
Yes.
I'll be spending y'all money this week.
Who won? Who won the championships?
Oh,
all right. We'll announce the champions on our Sports After Dark Twitter page. So make sure that you're tapped in there. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. In the meantime, in between time, we'll see y'all on the timeline. Holla.